this so many times before. So why don't you guys go ahead and take it over?
Sight. A very common sight, both in casting and on ladder. But PvP has got substantially better, I have to admit, since the patch, and I'm very thankful for Blizzard doing that, but now I have to learn how to do a 3-gate robo. So unfortunate, but yes, it is a lot better, I'd have to say. But it looks like Jarlaxle will be scouting on 9 very, very early here, and Defaced doesn't seem to be doing much of anything, putting down his first gateway right now, and now he's scouting around his base, up north first, but Jarlaxle now going out to scout inside the ramp. Now we see Jarlaxle laying down his gateway, whereas his is a bit later, so we'll be going for the more economical gateway as he just started to tase that pylon down. We see the first gas being taken from Defaced now, and Jarlaxle still not taking his gas as of yet. It looks like he is a bit behind at the moment. That gateway will be finished up, and now the assimilator going down, so Jarlaxle already a slight bit behind from sending out that really early probe, and Defaced is going to be able to scout up here and realize there is no cheese or proxy going on.
That's right, man. Mistiming there by Jarlaxle. He's a bit slower on those production structures, and you know what? In PvP, timing is everything, and timing is a very, very important factor in PvP, man. And I'm gonna make an educated guess here and say that Protoss is gonna win the game, and we'll see how that goes as we see Defaced now throwing down his cybernetic score, and so is Jarlaxle.
We don't talk about imbalance here. Protoss win this match 100%, but that doesn't mean it's imbalanced, okay? So Defaced not being able to take his second gas yet, and Jarlaxle, you're so sneaky hiding that probe up there. It looks like he may be able to get a pylon down without him knowing, but Defaced still has the hero probe, taking nearly all the shields off of that one pylon, but he is double pyloned it, so it will not be able to unpower them all. However, the first Zealot is out for Defaced now, and also Jarlaxle's is about 50% complete. Now Chrono is out of Warp Gate technology, but still, he has not built a second gas or anything as of yet. And wow, some nice rally points here by Defaced will find that probe and take him down. That will get killed, and so will the probe for Defaced. So again, no tech buildings from Jarlaxle and still no second gas. So I'm wondering what he's actually planning here. Could it be a very, very fast and good timed 4-gate here? He is moving both of those first units out onto the field as we see Defaced now putting down a second gateway and not building out of his first gateway at all. Oh, now he's building a stalker out of that and is scouting around for any sort of proxy business, but this Zealot is making its way across the field, and if he loses that very early on, it will be a big blow to the early and sort of into the mid game for Jarlaxle. But it looks like Defaced is also going to try and be aggressive here with the proxy pylon behind the gold mineral lines, but also is going for that 4-gate with that earlier gateway down. But Jarlaxle with 4 gateways, and I think there's actually only 3. There is only 3 gateways for Defaced, so not going to go as all in as Jarlaxle, and if he holds this off, he will have a good advantage.
That's right, man. I mean, you can hold off 4-gate with a defensive 3-gate, but it doesn't look like he'll be a 3-gate, man, because a 4th gateway has been thrown down by Defaced, and he also is trying to secure his second gas now. Warp gate research is finished for Defaced, and it looks like we'll see a double 4-gate by both of these players trying to defeat each other, being both very aggressive with this 4-gate, and I wonder who's going to have the bigger advantage. I mean, if with some well-placed proxy pylons, one of those players can get the edge faster.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested why Defaced actually did go for that 4th gateway. I mean, he does have 3 gateways out, he just needs a few sentries out to defend this, but Jarlaxle going full on stalker now, moving across the map, not warping in at that proxy location, going to keep that secret for now. But it looks like Defaced should be safe from this. He does have 4 gateways now. The 4th gateway is just transferring into a warp gate. It's just added down another proxy pylon. More and more units are warped in for Jarlaxle. Pure Stalker just coming out at the moment, as those 2 Stalkers for Defaced are going to poke around the map, still looking for proxies, and it looks like that probe is going to make its way down. If that gets picked up by those Stalkers, it could be a very, very big problem, as he's going to try and push up here. Only 2 sentries are on the field, not the best force field, but will be enough to stop these Stalkers getting up here, and he does need that 3rd sentry, and we still do not see it being warped in. These 2 Stalkers will be sacrificed down to Jarlaxle, and Jarlaxle looking in a really strong position at the moment. Another force field goes down, but that will be nearly all the energy now. He only has 1 sentry left that can drop some force fields, And these proxy pylons looks like one will at least finish here as he is making two. The Zealots can be warped up onto the high ground using the vision trick, a nice warp in that will scare off those sentries and also give the vision to shoot up. Really nice play here by Jarlaxle.
Very, very nice 4-gate by Jarlaxle, being very aggressive, very nice pylon placement, and this defensive 4-gate by Defaced, which turned into a 4-gate robo, is in big trouble here now, Defaced, because this mass stalker will consume him very, very fast with more of these units by Jarlaxle being warped in, as we see right now. And there's a lot of stalkers on the field, I have to say, by Jarlaxle. Defaced is trying to defend himself, pulling even probes here to defend. If that Immortal comes onto the field, it will help so much against these stalkers. And now Defaced warping in even more units, more of those Zealots to try to attack. And Jarlaxle actually had a few Zealots there inactive, doing nothing in this fight. Now joining the fight, and it looks like Zealot versus Zealot with those mass stalker helping them. And it looks like Defaced actually is managing to contain this very, very good defense here by Defaced.
Yeah, but he did lose over 70% of the probes he had. But that Immortal is going to stop these kind of attacks coming up. He cannot afford to lose all of his stalkers at the moment. Going to need some sentries out at the moment, can delay Defaced being able to move out and punish this, but still Jarlaxle is still sitting ahead 27 probes to 11. It's just a matter of time for his economy to kick in and just completely demolish Defaced with an economic advantage. But he is doing a nice job here of staying outside of the base, as we do see more stalkers warped in at the gold expansion proxy pylon. But Defaced just kind of hanging on at the moment, is trying to get out as many probes as he can. He's only wanting from one of his gas at the moment, as he does need those extra minerals, but Jarlaxle just seems to keep on making probes, getting his economy up and warping in Gateway, not actually going for any form of higher tech at the moment, and probably is going to be a good choice because Defaced really can't afford to make any more Immortals at the moment. He is getting an Observer now, but that really won't reveal much other than what he's already known has happened.
Well, time is ticking away for Jarlaxle, man. I mean, now he's thrown down his expansion. Very good move by Jarlaxle there. Very nice contain, and yes, it's very logical. It's a very logical move to put down an expansion behind this harassment that he made with that 4-gate. And yeah, Defaced is just making more and more pros because he did lose many, like we mentioned, in that defense that he attempted. And I have to say, this Observer by Defaced will help him to see what's going on the map. He'll help him to see everything, all of these stalkers there on the map. To help him to see that expansion and what exactly Jarlaxle throws on the field. And it looks like Jarlaxle also will be throwing down a robo. It is halfway done, and also a robotics bay is in the making as well. So very, very interesting play here by both players. But the robotics bay is actually for Defaced, and he will try to get out some early Colossi, but they're very expensive, and he is still making probes, trying to saturate his main base again. And right now the contain from Jarlaxle has finished its job. The base is nearly done, the expansion, and he has retreated with those stalkers. And I have to say it's a wise decision, because if a Colossi or something else is corner boosted, yeah, it is a Colossi, yep, out of that robo, the Colossi could do massive damage against stalkers with that range. Even without the upgrade, it has enough range to do a lot of damage. And yeah, it looks like this game won't be a short game, because I have to say, Defaced actually managed to contain that 4-gate, man. I mean, I was actually surprised. He did lose a lot of probes though, but now he's back in the game.
Yep, and Jarlaxle did a nice job of destroying pretty much half of Defaced's army by when he did move down that ramp earlier. And now he's going for those Colossus, as you mentioned. He's going to be able to support building one at a time, but cannot support building out of his gateways at the same time. But meanwhile, Jarlaxle getting his 3rd and 4th gas very, very quickly here, so definitely wants to use those high gas units such as the Colossus, and also can afford to use more and more stalkers that way. But still, it looks as if the map really is in favor of Jarlaxle at the moment. He does have these pylons spread out, the observers, the probes spread out around the map now, so he can see what's going on. But we'll have to keep on top of the Colossi count, because if they get to a maxed point, you will have a real trouble dealing with them. But Jarlaxle at the moment is just keep on building Immortals by the looks of it. Could possibly do a big push with this, but is getting a 2nd observer right now, so he could be worried about some sort of DT or very high-tech all-in. But now Defaced moving across the map, and I don't think this is a good decision here. He is looking kind of weak, and he has seen the expansion go down, so I guess this is kind of a do or die move now, because he really cannot afford for that expansion to keep going the way it is, or else he will lose.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Defaced does have those Colossi on the field, but they don't have the range upgrade, and Immortals are pretty good against Colossi, and there's a lot of Stalkers on Jarlaxle's side. Also, Jarlaxle has the economical advantage. But here's the encounter into Jarlaxle's expansion area. The Colossi are trying to do a ton of damage, but one of them is gonna get taken out here. Very dangerous play there by Defaced. He does lose that one Colossi, and that is a very, very big loss for Defaced here, as he loses all of those units. That Immortal is falling down very, very slowly. This Mass Stalker looks like it will consume the army of Defaced, which is only one Colossi left now on the field for Defaced. And Defaced is on one base now, with no units onto the field. Colossi is being produced right now, but that's it. And now it looks like Defaced will throw down an expansion, but I think the odds are just stacked against him, man. Jarlaxle has been on two bases for a while now. He has enough of an economy to produce more and more units, and he's just moving in for the kill right now.
Yeah, Jarlaxle has a good game sense. He knows when he's ahead, and he knows he can exploit his advantage when there is no army left. That expansion will get cancelled, and there are even no sentries on the field to help delay this attack, and he will just march in there and destroy pretty much everything that Defaced has at the moment. Surprised the GG hasn't been called yet, but still, you know, as Idris says, Immortals and Roaches are very, very good against Stalkers. Definitely good play in game sense here by Jarlaxle. So here he goes up into the main. One Colossus comes out of the worst possible timing. It just walks straight into army. All of the shield does go, and nice focus firing here. That will go down, and GG.
With that GG being called, we're going to go ahead and see Jarlaxle take that win. And moving on into round number 6. That's right, that's right. So let's go ahead and get moving on into our next game, as we should have one up and rolling. I'm going to get some music on real fast here, as we always do. Some Rexy piano, very nice stuff. You guys can see most of this music and hear most of this music over at Overclocked Remix, so ocremix.org. I'm a big fan of OC Remix. They kick ass, and